Good morning. I am doing a response video to Vinyl Stockholm's video, Hobbits and Hippies video that he made the other day. He pretty much showed records from his collection, psychedelic records from his collection that had something to do with J.R. Tolkien or The Hobbit or Middle Earth. I think he's a fan. I've read the book, only the one book. I know many people who've really got into this more than maybe they probably should. But I love an excuse to show my records, so I'm going to do just that. The first one, and to me, the most obvious, is this. This is the Hobbits Down to Middle Earth. This is a direct reference to the book. Really cool psychedelic cover. This came out in 1967, I think they're in New York. This is on the Decca label. This is a white label promo. And you can see two of the songs were circled Out of My Mind, Sunny Day Girl, maybe not a DJ. Circled that. This was a studio project. A studio project by Jimmy Curtis. And he brought in some people to record. This is the first of two of his albums. He did doo-wop for this. This is Psych. This is sunshine pop. It's not really psych. It's definitely not hard psych, but this is sunshine pop more than psych. One of the background singers was a Playboy bunny. It's good. It's well produced. But The Hobbit. The next one I have was Syd Barrett. Syd Barrett was a big Tolkien fan, and their third single that came out in the United States was called Flaming. This is from the album Madcap Laugh, but the B-side is The Gnome, and that is very specific reference to J.R. Tolkien. This was released on Tower in 1967. Instead of, in the UK, the third single was Apples and Oranges, but for some reason in the United States, they did not release that single. I also have the white label promo. Again, this is the Flaming was a single, but the B-side is The Gnome. And pretty much it's about the lyrics. I want to tell you a story about a little man, if I can, a gnome named Grimble Crumble, and little gnomes stay in their homes. He wore a scarlet tunic, a blue-green hood. It looked quite good. He had a big adventure amidst the grass, fresh air at last. Sid was singing about Tolkien. He was saying boom and boom. Tower Records, their third single.
I want to tell you a story about a little man, if I can, a gnome named Grimble Crumble, and little gnomes stay in their homes.
The next one related to Tolkien is Syd Barrett again. This is their first album from 1967. That's Syd Barrett right there. This is a Japanese promo pressing of The Piper at the Gates of Dawn. This whole album has, not the whole album, but it got lyrical references to The Hobbit or Tolkien. This is promo on the Odeon label. There's a track on here, in addition to the gnome that we just talked about. The Gnome is right there, is the song Matilda Mother. Matilda Mother. It's whimsical, it's surreal, it's like a fairy tale told in the Shire. The lyrics, there was a king who ruled the land, his majesty was in command. That's Matilda Mother. That's really fits with the theme of this video. The next one is Tyrannosaurus Rex. All people were fair and had sky in their hair, but now they're content to wear stars on their brows. This is the first Tyrannosaurus Rex album that came out in 1968. And this is definitely his folk period, using bongos and acoustic guitar. It's psychedelic folk. It's got one song, Dwarfish Trumpet Blues. It's pretty much an elf folk acid trip. Very fantasy. The lyrics and what he's singing about definitely could be J.R. Tolkien inspired. He's just, his imagery in his words is very hippy-dippy. This is the 2007 Japanese reissue of the 1968 original that came out on the, what label was that? The Zonotrope? What did they write down? The Regal Zonotrope label. And this came out in 2008 by Universal. This is Mark Bolan channeling his inner hippie. It's good. If you like Black Sabbath and Zeppelin, you're probably not going to like this. This isn't the T-Rex from a few years later that I love. This is definitely him being hippie. The next one is, again, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Prophets, Seers, and Sages, the Angels of the Ages. This is another 2007 reissue of a 1968 album. This is his second album. That's Mark, and I forget his partner there, but they were Tyrannosaurus Rex until he wanted to do his own, do some of his songs. So this kind of broke up. It's just like the first album, mystical lyrics. It's kind of, it's poetry. It's Mark Bolan poetry, very hippy-dippy, just like the other one. A really good reissue. This next one is because of the cover. This is Gandalf, the name and the imagery. The music isn't really Tolkien. And the songs, no, this is all about the cover. This is the US first pressing, came out in '69 on Capitol. Very dreamy, Baroque psych pop. I love it. I do, even though this is not my favorite genre, psych pop, this is such a good album. Think UK Kaleidoscope or the Zombies or even the Beatles. Really, really good stuff. But this made my list because of that. And the next one made the list because of the name, The Troll. Animated music. There is The Troll. This came out in 1968. This is a US pressing on Smash. This is harder psych pop, but it's definitely more psych rock. It's got a few good tracks. Where are the werewolves and witch breath? That seems That is my favorite track from this album. It's their only album, another one album band from 1968, but it gets on the list because the name, The Troll. This next one, okay, it's not really hippie and psychedelic, but Dazed and Confused in the first album, I would argue, is psychedelic. This is Led Zeppelin 2 from 1969. This is their second album. This is a US Presswell copy on Atlantic. This is the white label promo. And right there, you can see the song Ramble On. That is a direct Tolkien reference, at least in the lyrics. In the darkest depths of Mordor, I met a girl so fair, but Gollum and the evil one crept up and slipped away with her. That is the lyrics to Ramble On, and that is a direct quote from Tolkien. With references to J.R. Tolkien and The Hobbit. This is Black Sabbath. This is their first album. This is US white label promo on Warner Brothers. Nice Warner Brothers white label promo. And the song The Wizard right here is widely believed to be about Gandalf. Misty morning, clouds in the sky, without warning, a wizard walks by. So, is this J.R. Tolkien? Misty morning, clouds in the sky, without warning, a wizard walks by. That is my Middle Earth vinyl stack. Thanks again to Jonas at Vinyl Stockholm for the inspiration. Again, I love a reason to show off some of my records. Like and subscribe, and kind of tell me what I didn't include of the stack that should have been part of it. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.